12-gate treatise. Translated, with introductory essays, comments, and notes by Hsueh-li Cheng, 1982. 5. With or without characteristics. In this chapter Nãgãrjuna argues that the characterization or description of anything is empty. He classifies all things into the characterizable and characteristics. Metaphysically, the distinction between the two is a distinction between substance and attribute. Grammatically, it is a distinction between a subject and a predicate. Linguistically, it is a distinction between the part of a sentence which serves to identify or designate an object being discussed and that part which serves to describe or characterize the object. Nãgãrjuna points out that one who indulges in conceptualization and has the dualistic way of thinking, example, divides things into those with characteristics and those without characteristics or into the characterizable and characteristics, will not have an accurate perception and understanding of reality.
Again, all things are empty. Why? There is no functioning of characterization in the case of a thing with characteristics. Nor is there functioning of characterization in the case of a thing without characteristics. Besides these, what can characteristics characterize? There is no function of characterization where things have characteristics. Why? If things already have characteristics, why do they need more characteristics? Again, if there were functioning of characterization in the case of things with characteristics, there would be a mistake of having two kinds of characteristics, the characteristics which are already possessed by things and the characteristics which are to be used to characterize things. Therefore, there cannot be functioning of characterization when things have characteristics.
Nor can there be functioning of characterization when things have no characteristics. What can be lacking characteristics and yet be characterized by characteristics? An elephant has two tusks, a long trunk, a large head, ears like plates, spine like an arrow, a large belly, hair at the tip of its tail, for strong round feet. These are characteristics of an elephant. Without these characteristics, there would be no elephant to be characterized. A horse has raised ears, a manner, for hooves and fine hair in its tail. Without these characteristics, there would be no horse to be characterized. Thus there is no functioning of characterization either when things have characteristics or when they do not. Other than the existence and the non-existence of characteristics, there is no third possibility where characterization can occur. Therefore there is no functioning characterization.
Since there is no functioning characterization, there cannot be the characterizable. Why? Because of characteristics something can be called the characterizable. But, owing to causal conditions, characteristics and the characterizable are empty. Since characteristics and the characterizable are empty, all things are empty. Why? Because, there cannot be anything without characteristics and the characterizable. Since entities do not exist, there cannot be non-entities. The destruction of an entity is called the non-existence of something. But now, if the entity does not exist, what is to be destroyed? What is to be called non-entity? Both entity and non-entity are empty. Hence all created things are empty. Since created things are empty, non-created things are empty. Since created and non-created things are empty, the self is also empty.